Hello, today we're going to be talking about multiplying complex numbers. What I need you to remember is multiplying complex numbers is just like multiplying polynomials, so you must always remember to distribute. So let's take a look at our first question. We've got 4 times 3i, which is simply 12i. Number 2. We've got 3 multiplied by 4i, which again is just 12i. Let's look at number 3. This time we've got negative 3 minus 4i in parentheses, so that kind of looks like a binomial, doesn't it? And we're going to take that and multiply it by negative 1. Well, you're simply going to take negative 1, distribute it to negative 3. That gives you positive 3. Then negative 1 distributed by multiplication to negative 4i gives you positive 4i. So our answer would be 3 plus 4i. Let's take a look at number 4. We've got negative 2 minus 5i, and that's going to be multiplied by negative 2. So again, we just distribute the negative 2 to both terms. So negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4. Negative 2 times negative 5i is positive 10i. So our answer would be 4 plus 10i. I'm going to go ahead and focus here. It looks a little blurry to me. I think that's much better. So let's look at number 5. We've got I multiplied by 5i. Now, when we multiply I times 5i, we get 5i squared. Hopefully you're going, Miss Clark, don't forget, I squared is equal to negative 1. So this is really 5 times negative 1, which is negative 5. Number 6, we've got 4i multiplied by negative 5i. So that's 4 times negative 5 is negative 20. I times I is I squared, which we know is negative 1. So in effect, what we're saying here is negative 20 times negative 1 is positive 20. Number 7. Just move my notebook up a little bit. And this time we've got 4 plus 3i multiplied by negative 4i. So that would be negative 16i if you're thinking negative 4i times 4. And then negative 4i times positive 3i is negative 12i squared. So we've got negative 16i and negative 12 multiplied by negative 1. So that's negative 16i, negative 12 times negative 1 is positive 12. So our answer would be in a plus bi form, because that's what they ask us to write it in. 12, that's positive, so the positive sign goes with the 12, minus the negative sign goes with the 16i. So this would be our answer. Our next problem is negative 5i times 4 plus 3i. So we know negative 5i times 4 is negative 20i. And then negative 5i times positive 3i is negative 15i squared. So we've got negative 20i. And then we know that I squared is negative 1. So negative 1 times negative 15 is positive 15. We need to write this with our real part first, which is our number, and then our imaginary part. And so our answer would be 15 minus 20i. Moving right along, number 9. We got 3 multiplied by 10 plus 9i. So 3 times 10 is 30. 3 times 9i is 27i. So our answer would be 30 plus 27i. Number 10. Negative 6 multiplied by 6i. Well, that would be negative 36i. Number 11, we've got negative 4 times 7i. That gives us negative 28i. Number 12, we've got negative 4i times 6i. Well, that would be negative 24i squared. We know I squared is negative 1. So negative 1 times negative 24 is simply positive 24. Number 13, we've got negative 9i times negative 10. That would give us positive 90i. All right, we've got number 14, which is negative 9i multiplied by negative 1, which gives us positive 9i. Negative 9i times negative 3i gives us positive 27i squared. We know that I squared is negative 1. So negative 1 times 27 is negative 27. So we've got 9i minus 27. Let's write this in the a plus bi form, which is the real number, the number without the I, and then the imaginary part. Now don't do what I did. Notice how I wrote 27 as a positive. It's actually a negative, so let's put that negative out there. All right, I'm going to do this one. And this is just like, some of you know it as FOIL, some of you know it as distributive property. So we've got 4 minus 2i, 4 minus I. So we're going to do first, outer, inner, last, or you can think of it as I'm distributing the 4 to both terms in the second set of parentheses. So 4 times 4 is 16. 4 times negative I is negative 4i. And then 2i times 4, or negative 2i times 4 is negative 8i. And then negative 2i times negative I is positive 2i squared. Let's go ahead and simplify. Well, negative 4i minus 8i, we're going to combine like terms. But what this is basically positive 2, again, times that negative 1, right? So we've got 16 minus 12i minus 2. Now we're going to combine like terms here. That gives us 14 minus 12i. All right, there you go. Why don't you take it and make it 100?